And we are live. And lo, the Lady of the Lake made its sword go up, and Larry got it and gave it over to Randall, who's over here now. That worked, kind of.
Merlin.
Randall, everybody's really excited to hear what you have made of this movie.
Oh, it's great, man.
So good to see you. Yeah, sorry we didn't do it last Tuesday. I was dropping my kid off to college, which was crazy, man.
What's that? What's that famous song?
You're not talking about that Cat Stevens song, right? About
the
cats in the cradle. Yeah, no, it's not like that at all. If anything,
I know.
If anything, it's me. I'm like, where's my cool ass kid going?
Yeah.
It's cool, man. It's cool, but there's not a lot of things in life that you're like really psyched and really bummed about at the same time.
Yeah.
But so I was talking with somebody, probably Steve or Mark, about like I just feel like I feel a little jealous. And Mimi's like, "Oh, jealous because you get to go to school and have all this cool shit." And I'm like, "No, because I have to share the rest of the world with this cool kid that like only we knew, you know."
Yeah.
And now he's out in the world doing cool ass shit. It's
so Robin's becoming Nightwing,
dude. If I told you,
you would be Bloodhaven,
you would be like, "You're lying, man." Plus, we pronounce Bloodhaven correctly here.
Right.
Did you hear that joke?
Peacemaker, right?
Yeah, in Peacemaker, I was like, "Oh, dude, I think that's funnier than I should."
Yeah.
There was some other cool Peacemaker joke too that I really liked. I don't know. We can talk about that we always get off on tangents. This one didn't take us 3 minutes. We should probably talk a little about this bomb ass movie Excalibur before we get into Peacemaker and my kid and all that stuff. So anyway, that's why we missed last week. You were ready to go talking about this last week, right?
Oh yeah.
So you have like 2 weeks worth of things to say.
Actually, it's funny is because I wanted to do a rewatch of it so that it was fresh in my head because I literally have so many things going on right now. Like, let me tell you how bad my memory is right now.
Well, yeah, tell us what you got going on, man, so we can all like sympathize with you.
Thank you. Let's go all the way back to Randall when he was a child, first seeing the trailer for the Michael Keaton Batman film and wanting like, hey, Dad, I want to see this movie. And my dad not being a big movie guy, like going to the theaters. So I never got to see it as a kid. He did buy me the VHS tape, which I probably watched 1,000 times. So they were doing a one-night screening, 4K Dolby sound, like 1989 Batman. So pumped, so excited for it. I've been so stressed out with work and the business and just behind and just tired that I'm at home, I'm on my phone, I see an alert, and it says Batman, 7 to 8 p.m. And I was like, Batman? And then all of a sudden, my eyes grew big, and my heart dropped. And I was like, oh, I missed the movie. I bought the ticket, and I'm just like, there's no way I'm going to make it to the movie. That's it. I missed it. I threw away $15, and I missed, So that's how my week kind of started. That's how Monday started, yesterday. And so
wait, that was yesterday?
Yeah, that was yesterday.
So you got an alert that you missed that thing. Why don't you just drive and like buy another ticket for a later show?
No, I think it was like only 1 or 2 screenings, and it was the last screening.
No, that's a drag.
Yeah.
So you still never saw that on the theater, huh? In the big screen?
I missed it. I'm gonna have to wait for when they decide to release it. What 2029 maybe?
You poor bastard! Like, not only did you miss it, but you're out $15 too, right?
Yeah. So that's gonna bother me for like a month. But
yeah. Sorry,
man.
But
I mean, so anyways, like because of my memory not being that good, I'm just like trying to remember. Like I remember liking the whole movie, and like the time jumps. So like we'll get into it. But like,
yeah, man,
it won't be as fresh as I would hope.
I think you're okay because King Arthur's pretty straightforward.
Yeah,
I mean, and we have we have a pretty sympathetic audience. Like there's good old Chris Sagasag. He's
Yeah.
he's just sad you're out $15.
Yeah.
And I guess that's the correct way to pronounce Bloodhaven. But yeah, so what I'm saying is, hey, I'll talk a little about the movie, and then you can jump in. How's that?
Yeah, yeah. I feel like some of the things you're gonna say, like hopefully my memory would be like, okay, now I
It,
remember that.
it's pretty straightforward movie, man, and the cool shit is very cool. So I'm sure you'll be all right. You'll be. You just had a week, you know.
Yeah,
That doesn't mean you forgot how to do simple math. You're good.
yeah.
So yeah, Excalibur. Are you familiar with John Borman, the director, at all?
No, I mean I've heard the name. I've heard the name, but
So
honestly, not too familiar.
I think this is probably, I said arguably his best film.
Yeah.
Sparky Santos said another one, is Sherlock Holmes, I think.
Okay.
Um, I said arguably to be nice. This is far and away his best film
Okay.
because his next film is Exorcist 2, which is widely regarded as the worst of all the Exorcist movies, and in fact might be one of the bottom 5 movies ever made. So I just find that really cool that you can, just as talent, right? You can have a really good idea and it comes out great, or you can have a really good idea and it's just terrible for all the reasons that happens, right?
Maybe he made Exorcist 2 terrible on purpose because he knows how good the first one was. So he's like, that movie should be remembered to be the best, and then my movie shall be remembered to be the worst.
On whatever scale you do something, that like just playing a game, like team sports, right? You can have the best game of your life,
Yeah.
and still lose the game because of the other people on the team, various turnovers, all kinds of variables, right?
Yeah.
And so I think that's what it is with TV and movies, right? There's hundreds of people that are all, you have to all get facing the same way.
Yeah.
We want to do this cool thing about an archaeologist who's actually a professor, but he basically steals all that stuff. But we'll put it in the 30s, and that way we have white privilege and we don't have to worry about it. And plus, Nazis are bad guys. And then you get Raiders of the Lost Ark, right? You can do the same exact thing, except cast like, Tom Selleck and set it in Australia, and it's not that great.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I got a feeling that John Borman knew what to do. I don't think he was just, nobody gets up every day and goes, oh, I can't wait to half-ass it at work today and just cash this check. Like even the most deranged person doesn't start their day thinking that, right?
No.
So I got a feeling that, he was really up on the Arthurian legends. He was really up on, making movies in Hollywood in the late 70s and early 80s.
Mm-hmm.
And the cast of this film, he just lucked out, right? It's like Gabriel Byrne and Liam Neeson and Patrick Stewart and Helen Mirren. Like those aren't even like your top billed cast.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting the guy who plays Arthur, but he was in stuff at the time, right?
He looks familiar.
Yeah, I didn't have time to place him. I'm trying to, clean up the house. Anyway, a lot of stuff going on for all there too, but there's, to bring this, one of the things, Mimi came in the room for lunch. She's like, when I was watching it, and she goes, "What's going on?" And it was just one of those scenes where it wasn't Lancelot, but it was somebody else with crazy shiny armor. Their armor was clean.
Okay.
I think it was Percival when he gets older. I don't know. It was I was watching it in fits and starts because I'm very familiar with that movie. So I don't really remember who does what there, but I'm pretty sure it's Percival. After he's old and he gets his beard, he's taking care of his armor pretty well by himself. But so you see, there's a lot of green light that they bounce off the armor. Did you ever notice that? Like when Excalibur comes out, there's always like a green light from off camera that is coming from Excalibur, but not overtly, right? Like a lightsaber.
Right.
It's they do it with just really cool, camera shots
Lighting.
with a light off camera, and you're
Yeah.
like, you don't really overtly start thinking about it until about halfway through the movie. Anyway, the first couple times I saw it, I was like, what is that? Like, I thought I was missing something in the narrative. Like,
Yeah.
there's something off screen that's glowing with green energy. And it's like, oh no, man, it's like part of the set, basically, right?
Yeah.
And because of comics, it really made me think, Matt Wagner's Mage, right?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
remember his marketing tagline was "Magic is green," and
No, I don't remember
I
that.
just always thought it was because they colored the baseball bat green,
Yeah.
and so like magic is green. It was just kind of a thing, and I don't know, because Mage started right around the time that this movie came out.
Did it
It's
really?
well, yeah, it's a little after, like Excalibur came out first.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so I'm wondering if like, teenage Matt Wagner saw that and was like, "Oh, I'm going to steal that. Like, magic is green, right? It's
Yeah. Yeah.
coming from the Arthurian legends, and that's what the baseball bat's supposed to be, and that's Mage and everything." I'm like, I wonder if he I used to email him all the time, but it's been about 20 years now. Like
Okay.
his kid Brendan like had his entire life, and so I mean, I the old days I would have just asked him.
I think I'm friends with. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm friends with him on Facebook, so I'll see him post stuff from time to time.
I am too, but I mean, I would never be like, oh, hey Matt, what's up with this green thing? And like, here's a sack of weed to smoke. Like that was us in the old days. But like now, I'm like, yeah, oh, hey, Mr. Wagner, I don't know if you remember me. I have this podcast with my buddy Randall. It's just not an email I would send now.
Yeah.
Shakespearean actor Nigel Terry. Man, so that's the guy who played Merlin. Tell me about his acting style. What if that's the only thing you saw him in? Where, trust me, he's like this in every movie.
Yeah.
How would you describe that?
Merlin.
Just the actor's take on Merlin.
I'd say he's very in scenes. He's very commanding, and I think when he
Oh God damn it! It was Nicole Williamson. Nigel Terry is the guy who played Arthur.
That's what I was thinking. I thought it was Arthur.
All right, Tony, that was me. That was me. But I know how to say Bloodhaven now.
Yeah.
But let's talk about Nicole Williamson. What do you think?
Yeah,
I just love that he was just chewing up all the scenery and every single thing. He'd be like, "I must go to the Dragon's Tooth bathroom now and bring the bog paper with me." You know what I mean? It's like everything was just like the most incredible thing that ever happened. Even
he's not what I mean. It's funny. Like I think maybe my earliest memory of King Arthur would be the Disney movie Sword in the Stone. And so when I see that, the white big beard and, that's how I picture Merlin, so And so when I see this movie and I see this, this, guy with a beard, younger looking.
Sword of some kind.
Yeah. That's awesome, man.
It's one of Walker's LARP swords, but it's not awesome at all. But I did like The Lady in the Lake. I thought that was awesome.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the best thing about this movie is just the visuals. What year was this movie? It was 70s, right?
81.
Oh, it was 81. Okay. It felt like a 70s movie.
Well, you know how it is about decades, right?
Yeah.
Like the 60s lasted into like 1972, and that's what happens. It's like, you don't immediately on New Year's Day of the decade like that's it. Everybody wears short shorts now.
Yeah.
You get a little thing. So it does feel. My thing is, it feels like the best Doctor Who episode ever that they've filmed after watching Monty Python.
Yeah,
like the lens and like camera shots, some of the weird the ability to do matte paintings and force perspective models and stuff for the castles is literally exactly Holy Grail. It's insane. It's just
I wonder if maybe some of the people that worked on Holy Grail worked on that movie.
I wouldn't doubt it. Like
Yeah.
it's very. It's funny how much Holy Grail like impacted my brain because there's really no reason that I should be able to not watch a serious, legit thing of the Arthur Legends without just like waiting for the joke every time.
Yeah.
Like, like there would be some like full on serious thing going on, like Lancelot having his like, his dream where he rolls over on his own sword and he's dreaming about fighting himself, and that's fucking dead ass serious, right? And I'm just like laughing the whole time because I'm like, oh, it's just a flesh wound, it's like doing Holy Grail lines in my head,
That's
and
funny.
because it just looked so similar, it's crazy. And I don't know if that was film stock or lenses or lights or choices or just late 70s, early 80s stuff, right?
Oh yeah.
Anyway, this
But
is
no,
pretty funny. Our buddy Andy, who writes as Jim Kong, you get to see Mirren's Nox. she's a very very pretty woman. It's cool, and I love that she plays Morgana
yeah.
because she could have easily played Guinevere, but that's kind of a nothing role, right?
Yeah,
It's
well,
like,
yeah, and the funny thing too is I for some reason I don't know why I pictured Guinevere as a blonde, and so in this movie she's a brunette. So I was just like, oh, okay. I mean, she probably
yeah,
wasn't, a brunette, and just other depictions or have her blonde for some reason.
I kind of didn't really notice that because like nobody's really blonde in period pieces, like blonde ass blonde like they do Guinevere in other productions. Like, you know, who I think does just a killer Guinevere is oh god, the girl who plays Carol Marcus in the J.J. Abrams Star Trek. I met her, Alice Eve.
Oh, okay.
Alice Eve, I think there's in one of the Night at the Museum things. I think, I don't know. It's not that, some dumb thing where, yeah, it might be Night of the Museum.
I think it is the third
Yeah,
one
yeah,
with
with Hugh
Jackman.
Jackman and Alice Eve, and then the knight goes up there and he thinks he's really King Arthur, and he's like, "Dude, we're just in a play."
Yeah,
I was the whole time I was thinking, okay, Wolverine as King Arthur actually kind of works. Well, he's a song and dance man. It's a play. Okay, I get it. And then I just couldn't stop thinking, wow, Alice Eve would make a really good Queen Guinevere,
yeah.
or just one of those kind of like damsel in distress movies where it's she's not the damsel in distress, like Furiosa, except Knights at the Round Table.
Alice
All
Eve
right,
was.
here we go. Here we go. Zombies in the medieval time. Alice Eve is the baroness of the baron who like runs everything, but he gets eaten by zombies, and he's the first king of the zombies. And now it's man against wife, undead against. Okay, let's go. I don't know what to call it, but zombies in medieval times, starring Alice Eve. Just I await your financing, Hollywood.
Zombieland 3, the prequel.
No, it's got to have it's got to have
Oh yeah, it's gonna have its own thing.
it's got to have a medieval name, man.
Excalibur zombies.
Zomcalibur. Excalibur. No, it's got to be. It's not going to be funny. It's got to be fucking badass because I want to see Alice Eve waving a sword around as a badass, chopping
Oh
off
wait.
zombie heads.
Knights of the Dead,
Oh,
or
dude,
Knights of the Living Dead.
Knights of the Living Dead. That's what it is. All
Yeah.
right, you'll get your 10%. Somebody will steal that on us. One of the
Yeah.
4 people watching this right now will be like, "Oh, thanks,
At least we'll have
Larry
a
and Randall."
timestamp on this one.
Knights, Knights of the Living Dead. I don't know if we could get away with that, but
Yeah,
if
you
it was,
can, because I think Night of the Living Dead isn't it
yeah,
open domain?
yeah, no, it is. But I just meant I wonder if the audience would sit still for that because I want it to be serious and not funny, and that's a funny title. And plus, it's not about the Knights of the Living Dead; it's about Alice Eve. Anyway, Alice Eve.
Which by the way, Alice Eve was my original choice for Sue Storm.
Yeah, she would work.
Yeah,
I think that movie was great, though. Fantastic Four.
it was good.
Is that it? Did we just only do 20 minutes?
No, we're not done yet.
Excalibur?
We're not done. We're going.
I felt myself going. I'm like, I saw a place to get perfect Fantastic Four boots, and I was like, oh, can't do that. Any costume I work on now has to be like the rollerball one, because
Okay.
just because Walker's gone and Mimi doesn't care, so like any costume I work on is just going to be for me. But yeah, the FF we could have got really cool FF suits, but why bother? Anyway, yeah, Excalibur. Magic is green. That was my big thing, my big takeaway this time.
Nice.
I really enjoyed the Lady in the Lake. I liked how they shot her practical and then just like, put wind in her hair to make it look like her hair was floating and then just superimpose the water over her.
Yeah.
Except for like they got a stand-in to get under the water and do that thing with her hand. Oh my god, that was perfect.
Yeah.
And the thing I liked the best was when I think it was Parzival who threw the sword in, and the thing comes in like this, and she brings her hand up, and it just goes into her hand perfect.
Yeah.
Because it was they took it out and ran the film backwards.
Yeah.
So that was cool because usually that looks fake as crap, but the way the editing was when he threw the sword, it went out of frame, and then as they they ran it backwards, but they pulled it out exactly like it looked like that's where it would have ended up.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that was pretty subtle and well thought out. I like that.
It was kind of funny at first though, like where Arthur was telling him like, get rid of the sword, or whatever, or destroy it or something like that, and Percival leaves, and then he comes back. He's like, I couldn't do it, and he's like, you have to do it, and then he finally does it, and that's when you see the scene where and then when he comes back to see Arthur, he's like looking for, where are you, Arthur? Where are you? And then all of a sudden he just looks out into the ocean or whatever.
Yeah.
And,
he's on the funeral barge.
Yeah, it's just like, how the heck did Arthur just take off? Like pick up and leave. And then there he is out there in the water.
Well, he didn't. He died.
No, I know.
So the girls from Valhalla came and got him.
Yeah.
It's all magic.
Yeah.
This is Tony and I were doing the same exact thing. Strange women lied in pawns, distributing souls. There's no basis for a system of government. That's all. It's the boy king. I really liked how he accidentally pulled the sword out, and it's just because he was looking for a sword to give to his brother.
Yeah, which that I remembered from
cool.
Sword in the Stone.
See, I'm not that. I just know the basics of your King Arthur stuff. I kind of don't care. I read Once and Future King, in college, but it's just everybody knows the main points of it.
Yeah.
That a real stylized movie like this is really, I think, what the doctor ordered. But here's the thing, and I talked to Mimi a little about this. I'm 6 years older than her, so I was 17 when this movie came out, but she was 11. And both of our grandparents, our individual grandparents, took us to this movie because how can you go wrong with King Arthur, right?
Right.
Oh my God, though. That's barely a movie for 17-year-olds because it's so wackadoodle, right? You have to really follow the magic stuff, the interpersonal politics, the whole idea of what's happening in old England at the time. There's lots of weird ass shit in there, and then or we just end up like Tony and go, oh well, there's Helen Mirren's boobs. That's cool, and it's like, oh, there's some naked knight man ass.
Imagine like you're an 11-year-old girl, you see this woman dancing, and you see Gabriel Byrne in the beginning of the movie. I must have her.
Yeah, that's
imagine the trauma, right?
That barely made sense to me as a 17-year-old because I'm like, really? I mean, she probably smells really bad. Like, look at this place, and like, you must have her. Like,
everybody smells bad.
Throw your whole life away for just this girl who's just kind of dancing around and like, all right.
Which, when I see that, it just makes me think of the Helen of Troy.
Oh yeah, yeah. So I was reading Mr. Signor Garachi's thing. The best part is when he hands the sword to one of the knights so he can be knighted. I
Yeah,
fucking love that.
yeah.
That everybody's like, no one wants to take up for the queen, and it's Parzival who's just like, I will fight for the queen. He's like, fuck you, you're not a knight. And King Arthur's like, oh yeah, bang, bang. There you go, Parzival. You're a knight now. Now what? Right? And
Yep.
then he's the guy who takes care of it. He's the only guy who's fucking doing knightly shit in that movie. Right? He's
What's
the one who
funny is
takes
like,
care of the sword,
oh
everything.
yeah,
Yeah.
what's funny is like I wasn't even that familiar with Parzival. Um, what's hilarious is the movie Ready Player One. The main character, his video game name is Parzival, and so as soon as I heard that guy's name, I immediately didn't think of
You were like, oh, I got a reference.
Yeah, I was like, oh, from Ready Player One.
No, but that's why, right? He's one of the famous Knights of the Round Table.
Yeah.
Does Excalibur make a good substitute for the Mask of Zorro for Bruce Wayne in BVS? Yes. I can't wait until there's a day that we can talk about Snyder movies without everybody going, oh, you're a Snyder bro, apologist. Like, no, just fucking like movies, man. And
Yep.
that's a movie, right? Nobody's
Yep.
saying it's the best fucking thing ever. It's just not as bad as you guys are saying. That's all. Anyway, yes.
The
So
Snyder
Excalibur,
fans will rise again. I'm just kidding.
yeah, it's not even that, right?
I know,
It's
I'm
just like
kidding.
I like movies. There's 1,000 fucking Superman and Batman movies, and that was one of them. And
Yeah,
why is that one poison? I don't know. I'm sure there's reasons.
what do they say? Comparison is the thief of joy.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that's a saying. Pretty sure.
I don't know. There's so many thieves of joy, man. I couldn't narrow it down to just one.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, that's the thing, right? It's like I think when Batman v Superman came out, like Marvel was at its all-time high, and so people were just comparing it, right? And they're like, "Oh, it's not as good as Marvel." So if it's not as good as Marvel and it's not Marvel, it sucks, you
All
know?
right. Well, that's stupid and wrong.
I agree.
But we're but you get it, right? Like Mask of Zorro was what they were seeing in the comics. And in the Snyder movie, they were seeing Excalibur. I think that totally makes all the sense in the world. Although that does make Bruce Wayne pretty young.
Yeah,
Right? Isn't he supposed to be about 45 or something in those?
in Batman v Superman.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, he's supposed to be, yeah, because with the gray hair and everything like that, probably mid 40s.
Yeah. So yeah, I was just they say Captain Kirk's 35, right? And that Batman's always 35. And so that's like the action hero average. Rambo was 35. Everybody's fucking 35. So I think maybe he's even supposed to be 55, right? That if he's been Batman for 20 years.
Or maybe in between, right? Because I think Snyder
50
clearly
or something.
you see the homage to, or at least references for the Dark Knight Returns. With Batman with the armor, Batman fighting Superman. Like one of the biggest Batman Superman fights was in the Dark Knight Returns. So I think he was taking elements of things that he liked and was just like, you know what? Yeah, let's have an older Batman, and let's.
Oh,
He was just,
yeah.
he was creating sort of an amalgam, like a mesh of different types of Batman into like one Batman.
I think Tony and I feel the same about Ben Affleck's Batman. I could have watched 10 movies of old fucking bitter Batman and old bitter Alfred just doing 5 movies that's all just one last adventure.
Yeah.
Like they can't quit because that's just what they've been doing.
Yeah.
And Superman made him find religion again. And now he's fucking Batman and putting the Justice League together. I think if people don't get that, they don't understand.
Yeah, I agree.
Chris agrees. Tony agrees. All right, that's good. Let's put Ben Affleck Batman in Excalibur. Then what do we have?
Who would he play in Excalibur?
I was trying to get. There's a PBS has a documentary. my friend Russ told me, "Oh, I saw this on Amazon Prime." I'm like, "Oh, fantastic! I'll watch this hour-long documentary." It was originally called, believe it or not, Excalibur: The Sword and the Stone. But it took 10 years to sell to American distribution, and they sold it to PBS. Great, I think. I have Amazon Prime. I even have my PBS app.
Nice.
Where is it? So I go to Amazon Prime. It says, "Oh, it's on PBS Masterpiece," which is some app that Amazon owns.
Okay.
I go to my PBS app, and it's just for KQED, the West Coast public, broadcasting thing. So I'm like, fuck. I ended up not watching. I could have bought it for $4.99, but I kind of didn't have time to watch it all.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm not Randall that just buys crazy shit I'll never watch again. And so I did this. I noticed that if you open it up on my PBS thing, it plays a trailer. And
Yeah.
if you open it up on Amazon, it plays a different one. So I'm like, wow, this is only 53 minutes long. If they give me different things in the two trailers, I actually have something to say. It turns out it was just ass. But there was one thing from Patrick Stewart. They catch him. I guess this was shot in 2010 or 2013, somewhere around there. And he looks like he's just, he's in the Star Trek Next Generation movie phase.
Yeah.
He's not like super old yet. Like they have to not have stairs on the set because 85-year-old Patrick Stewart can't walk upstairs anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's not that, but he's got more gravitas than usual.
Yeah.
And he looks right. He's got a goat, and he looks right in the camera and goes, "Well, as you know, it was the first most important film I'd ever been associated with." And I was like, "Oh, that's really cool. I wish that I'd heard that before I started watching because I would have watched him a little closer."
Yeah.
But his character is great for doing that Patrick Stewart thing,
Yeah.
like just yelling about something and making it like very important. It's I don't know.
I mean, what was it? The one guy was
style.
like, he's like, "Are you with us or against us?" And because like they were against the idea of Arthur being king just because he pulled the sword.
Yeah.
And he's like, "I'm against you" or whatever. Or he's like, "I'm with him." And
that scene was fantastic.
Yeah. I mean,
like, "Here you go, cut my head off, but I'm the king. You cut my head off, I'll just be a dead king, and that'll be your fault." And he's
when did David Lynch's Dune come out?
Oh, 84.
84? Okay, so it was a few years after this one then, after Excalibur.
Yes.
Yeah, because I remember Patrick Stewart in that.
I'm sure they had been working on it. Oh, there's a great Patrick Stewart note about that. Do you know this story?
No.
He was like a British actor, a British stage actor, and was just starting to get into films, right? So he's just been doing his British stage acting stuff this whole time. And he gets on set and he meets Sting, and he's like, "Oh, Sting, just Sting." Like he didn't know who Sting was.
Yeah.
He didn't know why he was being referred to as one name. And he's like, yeah. So, and he's like, "Oh yeah, it's my first movie, really." He's like, "Oh, that's fantastic. What do you do?" He says, "I'm a musician." He's like, "Oh, well, yeah, good luck with that." And then he goes off and does his thing. And he was telling that story to like Jay Leno or somebody. And it was just the crowd gasped, right?
Yeah.
Like, how is this possible? But the thing is, why are you expecting to know everything? If you're like, working in such a high demand job, like professional actor, with all that involves, like, you're just not going to be up on other people's stuff.
Oh, I agree.
Like,
100%.
maybe listening to the radio is just not your thing,
There was a couple of young people on TikTok, right? And they were live talking. And this one guy that the girl was talking to, I was like, "Hey, you know what?" I started quoting a couple lines that Matthew McConaughey would say, because I was like, "Oh, you hear his voice, you look at his face, you're like, oh, you look like he could be Matthew McConaughey's son." And so they were both like, "Who's Matthew McConaughey?"
Wow, really? That's a
Yeah. I mean, it's because they don't really watch television or movies,
huh.
And so there's people out there that are like that, man. Young people that are they're doing their thing. Like, they probably know him by face, they just don't know him by name, maybe. But
I just, when I was a kid, I guess there wasn't just all that stuff to know.
Yeah.
Like I picked up on all our stuff, and I started listening to all my parents' stuff too.
You want to hear something
I
crazy?
don't think you can do that now.
Yeah. There was a British
Yeah.
kid. I swear there was moments where he was talking, he sounded like Paul McCartney. And I was just like, man, you sound like you're one of the Beatles. And he's like, what's the Beatles?
Oh,
And he's
that one I don't get.
British. And he's British. So either A, he's lying just to be a jerk or be stupid or whatever, or he really doesn't know who the Beatles are.
It's possible. I mean, I know who the Beatles are, but like I couldn't name 10 of their songs. I just don't care.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, here's a good one. How do you not know Matthew McConaughey?
Right.
Like, I bet if you did that to them, you're like, all right, all right, all right.
No, because I literally
That's the thing
I
about
quoted
those
that
young
and they were
girls.
just like, huh?
I keep getting older and they keep staying the same age. Anyway. Yeah,
What movie I
whatever.
want to see that he's in is Amistad.
Okay. I think that's very doable. They're not hiding that one from you like Dogma or something.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Dogma?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I'm a
okay.
big Kevin Smith fan. I've seen almost all of his movies.
You know the whole thing, right? He finally got it away from Harvey
Yeah,
Weinstein.
yeah. He's been doing a tour. What sucks was he did one here in Tampa, and I didn't know about it
Ah,
until a friend of mine posted that she was there, and I was like, "Damn it!" Like I went to one time. Kevin Smith did a stand up
oh.
at the Tampa Improv,
Oh, that's
and
cool.
this was probably back around 2015, maybe 2016. And I went there, but I had to be at work the next morning, so I was like, I can't stay out too late. But I tried waiting after the show, hoping to run into him and meet him. I think I even brought my book for him to sign and everything.
Ah,
And but I was just like, oh, it's getting too late. I gotta go. But one of my buddies who stayed behind, the next morning I woke up, I'm going through Facebook. I saw that he posted a picture with him and Kevin Smith, and I was
ah,
like, ah, I could have met him, but like
that was it.
I needed my sleep.
Yeah. Well, yeah. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, Excalibur.
Excalibur. What? Okay. So, what's your favorite scene? I'm kind of with Tony. Anything where Merlin starts yelling about dragon's teeth
Yeah.
always makes me laugh.
You know what? I like the scene where he, when you see Patrick Stewart and he like says that he'll follow the kid and he meets Merlin for the first time. He pulls the sword of the stone. Like so much transpired like within that for like that 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think one of the reasons I really like that scene because it's like, I hadn't seen Sword in the Stone in a while, like the Disney one. And so like it gets to me. It gets to me that, like he's kind of like looked
I
down
think that's
upon.
adorable.
Yeah.
No,
Like
just that it gets to you. That's cool, man.
Yeah. I mean, like the whole, he pulls the sword out and he's just trying to give the sword to his brother. He's not making a big deal out of it or anything. And it's like and then everybody's just in shock.
I love what his dad even says. Did you pull it out? No, I didn't. He did it. No, it was me. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's like that's what kids do when they think they're gonna get in trouble.
Yeah, yeah. So I love that. And then you know what really stands out is when Arthur is fighting his son.
Oh
And
yeah.
they basically both kind of kill each other, right? And he's like, "Embrace me, father," and then like you see him stabbing him, yeah.
With a giant
And then
spear.
just the visuals, like just the way it was filmed, I was just like, "Wow, it felt Shakespearean." It felt Shakespearean.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, so like I remember that standing out. Um, what else stood out? Those were the two big ones I think for me that stand. Oh, the music was great.
Oh, I'm glad you brought
Yeah,
that up.
yeah, like the music. I mean, I've heard some of the pieces before. They've used some of the pieces in movie trailers.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like when I hear it, I'm just like, oh, this is awesome. Like I'm sure probably after we're done tonight, I'm gonna look for it on Spotify and see if it's there, and then I'll have that playing while I'm working on comic books.
Well, it's pretty cool because some of that is classical music, like O Fortuna,
Mhm.
that dun 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 they use in like Conan and
Yeah,
anything with a sword. And then, but some of the Wagner pieces are really, you're like, yes, of course, that's what they would be listening to. But then there's other orchestral stuff that they use in other movies. and it's so
Yeah.
clearly like, oh no, that's from Excalibur. But
Yeah.
it's so kind of cool and timeless that it's not like, oh, that's the track from Capricorn 1 or whatever. It's, you kind of get it. It's like, oh, people like us will go, yeah, that's from Excalibur, but that works. You know.
Yeah. Oh, I
Uh,
mean, that reminds me of like when they were doing the trailers for the Mummy movie with Brendan Fraser,
mhm.
and you know, you hear this music like dun 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 dun, dun, and immediately I'm like, oh, it's Dracula. It's Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Oh, right,
The
right. Yeah, that
Francis Ford
happens.
Coppola. You know.
That happens kind of a lot in trailers
Yeah.
that they use from other movies, but yeah, going on 1981, like you will still hear Excalibur tracks on trailers.
Oh yeah.
So obviously they know what they're doing. Here, I have to show you this one thing that I'm not crazy about. Um, Getting Alice Eve. There we go.
Oh,
There's
that's awesome. And
me,
Simon Pegg and
Simon
John
Pegg,
Cho.
Eve, Alice Eve, my buddy Ian Yarborough, and John Cho. We were at Into Darkness, the Into Darkness premiere that oh look, it's on the thing in behind. I always try to think, what movie is that? It's right there over Simon's head. That Microsoft was doing. They had a premiere in San Francisco, and I got in, and I got to bring somebody in. Mimi didn't care at all, so I brought my buddy Ian, who did a lot of work for us over the years. I'm like, hey man, if you can make it up here, I'll make sure you stand next to the Star Trek guys.
Get the rub elbows.
And the coolest thing about this, like, look at Alice Eve. Like, she's just looking like, oh, look at me, I'm
Oh
so
yeah.
hot. Ian like turns to her right as we're sitting down. I shake John Cho's hand, I shake her hand, I shake Simon Pegg's hand, and on my way across, right? And so I go, I'm going to stand here, and Simon goes, it's going to be a great pick. You're going to have fun. And I'm like, the movie or the photo? And he went, both. And while that's happening, Ian turns to Alice Eve and goes, hey, it's my friend Larry. I'm here because his wife couldn't go for the picture. Can you make her jealous?
That's great.
So that's the picture she's making. I mean, the face she's making. So I think that's funny forever.
Yeah, very seductive, right? She's doing the whole seductive, like,
She
look
just
at
looks
me.
like, hey, I'm having fun with your husband and his friend, and you're not. That's all. Whoops, what did I do? I took Randall off instead. Sorry, man. I'm like, that's it. It's just gonna be me and this picture of Alice Eve for the rest of the show. Anyway, shit, that is a great pick. You're absolutely right.
That's awesome.
So I'm not just saying that I want to have Alice Eve as Queen Guinevere killing zombie knights. I could have made that happen a few years ago. Hey, I know I'm just the guy watching the movie that you're here to answer questions about afterwards, but you want to shoot a movie?
So you're meeting all these ladies like Sandra Bullock, Alice Eve.
Oh man, yeah. Back when I was younger, man, had hair.
Then you're gonna be like, man, I met Julia Roberts. I met, you just like name all these women, and like, what? How am I just now hearing about this, Larry?
Well, you met me kind of late in life when I, had a kid, and
Yeah.
resting on my laurels. Dude, October 12th, I'm gonna be married 29 years.
Wow.
I don't have a lot of cute girl stories anymore. That all happened from in the old days. Just the one.
You might have a few like ladies I'm married stories.
I have to say, I get a little joy. It doesn't happen a lot, but every once in a while something happens. Back when I was riding my scooter, a scooter girl stopped me and wanted to chat, and I just went like this. I like doing that, and she just laughed and drove away. That was cool.
Yeah.
I had a whole bunch of groceries in the back. I probably wouldn't have chatted if I was 25. Like, I'm in the middle of something, lady.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, thank you for having that. I don't know, not interest, faith in me. Thank you for having that faith in me that I still have cute girl stories. Nope,
Yeah,
I just
man.
have action figure stories now. Look, it's Larry. Anyway,
G.I. Joe Larry.
Scooter Girl starring Alice Eve. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. I still want to see her chopping up zombies.
Gosh, I'm trying to think the first movie I saw her in. Like, I specifically remember seeing her in She's Out of Your League. and that's when I really remembered her. Since then, oh,
Yeah.
you know what? There was a movie, an HBO movie called Starter for 10. And
Yeah.
that's the first movie I remember. The guy who played Doctor Strange.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yes, that's the first movie I
I
remembered
knew
him
you
from.
weren't talking about Peter Horton,
No, no,
who's the first guy to play Doctor Strange.
yeah. And then the guy who
I
played
know.
Professor X in the later X-Men films, McAvoy,
Yes.
he was in that as well.
What movie?
It's called Starter for 10.
Huh.
And basically, they're college students. McAvoy has a thing for Alice Eve's character. Joins this like
Really?
college.
What a shock.
Huh?
I said, what a shock.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's one of those like Jeopardy type collegiate competitions. And Benedict Cumberbatch obviously is like the guy in charge and very uptight and like, we have to win, we have to study. And McAvoy is just like, yeah, of course. But he's like just staring at Alice Eve. And then his best buddy is played by the guy who played Tony Stark's father in the first Captain America film.
Dominic.
Yes, Dominic. I can't think of his last name.
The guy from Preacher, right? Dominic.
Yeah.
Begins with M, I think. Chris or Tony will know. Come on,
Yeah.
guys. Give it to me. Who is it? Dominic. It's not like Monroe or anything, is it? Are we going to have to look this up? I will.
Yeah.
Dominic Preacher. Dominic Cooper.
Cooper, there you go.
Band of Brothers almost. Oh, there's Tony right at the buzzer.
Yeah.
I just saw a headline that said Band of Brothers almost ended Dominic Cooper's career.
Oh, okay.
From
Actually,
Seattle.
I never saw Band of Brothers. Oh, I take that back. I've seen episodes, but I never saw all of it.
I'm horrified. There's no way that we can make you watch all of that, but you really should.
Yeah.
Are you into the World War II at all? Because
yeah, I love Saving Private Ryan. You know, I've seen that movie numerous times.
if you would like Band of Brothers. Did you
Oh, I
watch
know.
Masters of the Air that Austin?
No, the one that's on Apple.
Yeah,
I wanted to see it. I didn't. I wasn't able to find time to like.
Band of Brothers is a must watch.
Oh yeah. Band of Brothers.
Dude, Ross from Friends is in it.
I saw that episode.
And you're like, what the fuck? How is that even possible that you're not thinking, oh,
they were planning to kill that guy?
Well, no, not just that. It's like, as an audience member, I was like, I heard that he was in it, and I was like, oh, that guy's really going to take me out. I mean, type casting is a real thing.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. And then he just like got out there, and there's something about wearing that soldier uniform. It totally sells. Oh, that's how Jack Kirby and Steve Ditko were friends. Yeah. Or Franklin Richards and Professor X and Wolverine and Nick Fury all knew each other in World War II, because that was the kind of shit that happened. Yeah, there's like cool, like Nordic looking guys from, fucking New Hampshire or Pennsylvania. And then there's little like Jewish guys from the Bronx. And then there's like cowboys from Texas, but they're kind of usually the pilots. But you know what I mean? It's just like when you grab everybody, at some point you're just all American soldiers. And I think that's what the world is missing now. Everybody's all up their own ass about TikTok and everything.
Yeah. Well, I mean, social media has given everybody a voice. And then again, we're tribal, right? So everyone's just
No. Social media has not given everyone a voice. Sorry, I was feeling a little.
You banished me to the Phantom Zone.
It's just like you were like, social media has given everyone a voice. How am I supposed to stop that?
Yeah.
No, they didn't. See, that's that older brother shit that I really need to stop doing. That's not cool. I'm sorry, man. You were making a very salient point.
That's okay. Look, I'm a huge fan of comedy. So like I see it from all ends, all different types of comedy. I won't always laugh out loud on everything, but there'll be stuff where I'm like, I recognize it's funny. I'll smile and I'll be like, oh, that's funny.
Hey,
You
look,
know?
Philbo's telling you got to get it. So Band of Brothers is HBO. You don't have HBO, do you?
Actually, you know what? I finally signed up my cable provider. They're like, "Oh, you get HBO Max for
Yeah,
free."
nice.
So
I really urge you just watch the first one, and
yeah.
then see if you like it. Because
Oh,
what happened?
like I said, I've seen several episodes. I'm pretty sure I watched like the first 3 or 4 episodes
Oh, all
years
right,
ago.
right on. Yeah,
I just never finished it.
it's pretty good. It's a little. You know what it reminds me of in this really weird way is Ted Lasso.
Okay,
That not in any way a correlation, right?
right.
But just the narrative, it starts off with here's a whole bunch of people in a really crazy situation, and then they just kind of follow the same things of narrative tracks where people are figuring stuff out, or that thing goes wrong, or there's a weird filler Christmas episode you really can't explain. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? It's
yeah.
like it really follows cool Hollywood narrative tracks, and it's because it's such a big deal. It's a world war.
Oh
Anyway,
yeah, it's what do they say? It's the greatest generation. You know, like there was just something about that time. It was
Bob
very
Brokaw says that.
yeah. It was a very pivotal time where like like our country, the whole world, kind of just jumped forward because of that war.
Anyway, that's cool. It's not our purview, but kind of hard not to see that coming again. And we're going to get the ass end of
They
it.
they they should make an Excalibur series like Band of Brothers.
Oh yeah, like what?
You
What
see,
would
like
you
the
do?
Knights of the Round Table going out into battle.
Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe because I just saw the 2 hour version of that,
Yeah.
I don't need a whole show.
Okay.
That's
Because
all.
part of me got me like
Unless they're zombies.
when it jumped to like Percival doing that journey and then him finding the other knights and the knights had like been killed or whatever.
Yeah,
Like, it made me wonder like what happened to those knights?
they all died. You saw
Yeah.
what happened to them.
Yeah.
Space. Do space stuff. Have you watched? Speaking of Apple, you have Apple, right?
No, I don't.
Ah, all right. So the thing on about Apple is literally everything on there is excellent. There's you could just watch anything. I mean, it'd be silly to start in the middle of a show, but
Yeah.
like if you started at the first episode of any show, it's excellent. That's
Well, they have that
any of
new.
the movies. It's excellent. It's like how are they doing that?
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, because of Ted Lasso, like that's when I started, watching a bunch of Apple shows. One I really enjoyed was the After Party.
Yeah, yeah.
You
We
know,
only saw the first season. We didn't do the second season.
can I tell you my favorite line in the second season?
Sure.
So Paul Walter Hauser, the Mole Man, he's in it, and he has this like sort of noir episode
Uh-huh.
because each episode is focused on a different character from their point of view. So when it's his time, he's like all detective mode. He's trying to get information, but he's a complete idiot. And you see him, he confronts this one guy because he suspects, like, oh, this is the guy. This is the guy that I think murdered so and so or whatever. They get into some kind of like quick argument, and the British speaking guy, he just cuts him off because he's asking him these questions, and Paul Walter Hauser's character is just like doesn't know how to respond.
Okay.
And so he says something, and then the British guy just looks at him and he's like, listen here, don't you play silly sausages with me. And
Okay.
it caught me off guard, and I got a good laugh out of that for about a good 5-10 minutes. I replayed it a couple times, and I would just recite it from time to time, and I'm just like, that's such a funny line.
My grandfather always used to say exactly that, except he said silly horseshoes.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, I don't really think that's that funny, and I think I'm getting yelled at now all of a sudden. Why don't you do that silly horseshoes with me? Anyway. Cool. What did Excalibur make you think of any other movie that we should watch? Because that's usually how we pick the next
you know
one.
what?
We talk about other directors or
Let me pull
other
up my
stuff.
Dango because I keep buying stuff.
We should do that. We'll do one. Why don't you pick one from the stuff that's not going to be a pain in the ass for you to watch
Okay, thank you.
that you're interested in? Well, no, I know the remit of this is like, hey Randall, you should see this, and now the old guys get to make fun of you, and that's not that fun anymore. Oh, Zardoz. Oh no, let's not
Uh,
make him watch Zardoz.
yeah, the Sean Connery.
Oh dear.
Let's
I
see here.
Yeah, Zardoz is in actually Steve's book. Wait, here we go. Steve's second volume, Matt Smith not included.
Yeah.
Zardoz is actually, yeah, it's the third one in this. Volume 2, Steve Ukraine's. Wait, have you not seen this?
Nice.
The Adventure Begins, Volume 2. This actually made me start watching Remo Williams because he wanted to call it The Adventure Begins.
Oh yeah, I need to see that movie too.
You want to do Remo Williams?
If it's available.
I'm pretty sure it's on Tubi. Yeah, you don't sound excited, but the only reason I got excited about that is because that's what. Yeah, Zardoz is John Borman. That's
Oh, that's a John Borman film too.
That's why I say it's arguably his best movie. You know the weird parts of this? Zardoz is with the weirdness turned up to 11. It is
Okay.
there's whole scenes about like the gun is a penis, for real, and people are talking to each other. Charlotte Rampling is like, yes, now that you mentioned it, a gun is a penis, isn't it? It's a weird ass movie. Joel Grey steals the show in Remo Williams. That's why I was going to say we might want to watch this eventually, because that's what Marco says. I'm tuned, that I dispense wisdom at the end of a fist.
Yeah, no, I mean I definitely do want to watch it because it's Fred Ward, right? He's
yeah.
I love Fred Ward. I don't know why, I just do. He's great.
He's a cool guy. You will not love this movie though.
No,
it's good. But you have to squint so hard, and you have to have all your nice things around you, and you have to have that nice snack and good feelings about when you were a boy and stuff, because it's a pretty dated movie.
Okay.
It's like, this is like the worst A-Team episode ever, because Mr. T's not in it. It's just very by the book, sort of Kojak-y episode kind of thing,
Yeah.
Anyway. So I cannot recommend it. If you want to watch a cool Fred Ward, we should watch Time Rider.
Time Rider. Okay.
You ever hear of that?
No.
Fred Ward's just a guy on a motorcycle, and he rides out into the desert, and then he's getting shot at by cowboys. What the fuck? He doesn't really know what's going on, and he like rode into the Old West on a motorcycle. Yeah. And then the end of the movie is he just kind of rides back and gets on the highway.
I know you're a fan of this franchise. And you've told me several times, like, yeah, man, check it out, watch it, it's good. Confess Fletch.
Oh, dude, you haven't seen that?
No.
Oh yeah, let's do Fletch.
All right.
So you saw the first Fletch, right?
I saw the first two, yeah, the Chevy Chase ones.
Yeah, you count the second one. I'm very Crystal Skull about the second.
Yeah, I can see that.
Fletch, because I mean, I actually like Crystal Skull better as an indie movie than I do that one as a Fletch movie, because they have fucking 15 books, man. And at the end of the Fletch book, which they were pretty close to the novel, right?
Yeah.
There's the next one's called Karaoke Fletch, that literally takes place right at the end of this other one. You know, where he's on the beach with the girl, and we're like, put it on Underhill. He's in Rio de Janeiro, just fucking with all that money, just fucking having a vacation. That's where Karaoke Fletch starts. He's like, I got all this money, I'm just fucking having fun. And he gets into another thing.
Yeah.
Right? It was all right there, but they didn't want to pay Gregory McDonald to license the thing. So they're like, oh, we got this. We can make up our own Fletch thing. And turns out they can't.
No.
Like all the ad libs were great until they started getting a little racist, and you could tell, oh, that's a Chevy Chase ad lib.
Yep.
And then, I mean, what's her name? Mrs. Bruce Springsteen at the time.
Yeah.
What was that lady's name? Something Phillips.
The blonde, right?
Yeah, she's gorgeous. The movie's great. It's kind of My Cousin Vinny. It all works, except it's not Fletch.
Right.
But
it's
the only people who would care were Fletch fans, right? And there were like 10 of those at the time, so who cares? So I always thought that was a missed opportunity. And then I grow up, I get old. They tell me John Hamm's going to play Fletch. That's fucking killer for some of the later Fletch books. Oh, and they're going to do Confess Fletch, which is just an art heist thing.
Yeah.
Fuck me. And that movie is great.
Nice.
And I'm telling you right now, if I ever hit the lottery, that's what I'm doing with about $10 million. I'm just going to hand it to all those people and go, just can you do another one? I personally want to see Fletch and the Man Who, but if you just pick the one you want to do and fucking make John Hamm do it again,
Yeah.
because we need these in our lives.
I would, it'd be funny. I might do the same thing, except I'm going to tell them, hey, let's make a Fletch animated series. And then I'm going to see if you're going to watch it, Larry, because I know how you feel about animated
Why
series.
would you do that? Why would you make people draw cars when you can just take a camera and shoot a guy getting into a car? Right? I don't know what a Fletch cartoon
surprisingly, you can pay actors less money for voice acting than you can for actual live action.
Oh, I want to pay John Hamm more money. I want
Yeah.
to make sure Gregory McDonald's estate gets more money.
You'd have to pay more than $10 million, man.
I don't know about. I could see a Fletch TV show.
Yeah.
I don't know about a cartoon. Like, I don't know what you're getting.
Could they stretch a TV show like a season per book? Do you think there's like enough in one book that they can like?
I bet you could do if it was network and you were doing 26 episodes. I bet you could do 2 or 3 books this season.
Okay, I was just gonna say like 13 episodes.
I think that's what you would want. Well, yeah, like 13 episodes is probably a book. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But if I was doing 26, I would do season 4 of S.H.I.E.L.D., where they did those story pod things.
Yeah.
Where there was like an L&D thing, and then there was like Ghost Rider.
Is it like they broke it up like 4 or 5 episodes?
Yeah, it was 4 or 5 episodes, a story, and then I think that would really work for Fletch, because then you could start with a book if you cared.
Yeah.
And just do like a Fletch story. He's an investigative reporter. I mean, Fletch is a TV show, man.
How would you feel about Nathan Fillion playing as Fletch?
Now?
Yeah.
I wouldn't like it. He's too old.
Okay.
You know who would have been the perfect Fletch at the perfect time? Instead of My Name is Earl, you give it to Jason Lee and make him young Fletch.
Yeah.
TV show that one. That he's getting into trouble because he's an investigative reporter, but he's not good at it yet.
Yeah.
That's the show I would have with Jason Lee when he was young.
Timothy Oliphant?
I mean, I almost would do Jason Lee now.
Okay.
But give me John Hamm. He's perfect. John Hamm is perfect.
Okay.
It's not like he won't do TV shows, right?
Yeah, no, he has. Doesn't he have like an Apple Plus TV show?
Yes, and it's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying, where's Fletch, man? Just give us Fletch. It's kind of, it's called Friends and Neighbors. It's a little Fletchy if Fletch was a bad guy.
Okay.
And he's not really a bad guy. He's just morally questionable, right?
Yeah.
Like, remember when I made you watch Logan's Run?
Yeah,
Is Logan a bad guy in that movie?
No.
Yeah, okay. So John Hamm isn't a bad guy in his show then.
Yeah.
But he does a lot of morally questionable things. It's just the audience is rooting for him. So you kind of like, those people all deserve what you're doing to them because they started it. But man, remind me not to make you mad, John Hamm. You know what I mean?
Isn't it weird?
Isn't
it weird how like if you're good looking and charming, whether you're a bad guy or a good guy, people are going to root for you.
Yeah, that's what I've noticed in my life.
Yeah.
You didn't get how funny that was. Okay, Fred Ward is awesome in Tremors, as is Kevin.
Oh yeah. In fact, that's probably the first movie I remember Fred Ward in was Tremors.
Oh yeah. Huh. I'm gonna have to go with the right stuff for me.
Yeah, it was that movie and Naked Gun 33 and the Third.
He's in that? I don't even remember. I must have seen that.
Oh yeah, he was the villain technically.
Yeah, you know, villain. Did you see the latest one with Liam Neeson?
No, I want to.
Oh, dude, maybe we should.
Oh, let me show you what I got.
Uh-oh, keep your pants on.
They were giving this away. at my Regal Theater.
Uh-oh. Oh, yeah. I was just going to tell you. Yeah, we got those too.
Oh, you got this one too?
Yeah, matter of fact, Walker hung that up in his college room. We had to, it's not, this is, I'll tell you exactly. I will prove to you that we had one of those. Because we had 11 by 17 frames because that's the size of original art.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of those laying around. And he's like, can I grab one of your frames to hang that up in my college room? I'm like, fuck yeah, you can. That's the perfect thing to hang up. But that's not 11 by 17. So can you hold up just one of the corners?
The corners?
We had to cut off the outside white. So
Okay.
that's like a 1/4 inch all the way around.
Yeah.
So we cut off the white one. So it's just blue. So ours is a little modified. Ours. It's his. He was very excited for that movie.
Yeah.
He was very excited that it was the Lonely Island guys.
Yeah.
He was excited how much they got the old stuff because we don't really watch the Naked Gun movies, but we crush Police Squad, the show, all the time.
See, I need to watch that.
Oh, dude, you really do. Dude, that show's the best for just putting on and like putting around your house.
Have you ever seen Angie Tribeca?
Yeah, I love Angie Tribeca, but it's because it's Police Squad.
Yeah.
That's how. Oh, that'll be fun for like how you first met people. I love Dion Cole's comedy, his stand-up.
Oh, it's great.
But I didn't know he was a comedian. He was just a guy on that show. His partner being the dog, like Houlihan or whatever is, that shit is funny. And then I heard out he was a comedian. I'm like, okay, that guy has crazy good comedic timing.
Yeah.
In Angie Tribeca. So his hours are great. He's a funny comedian.
He worked on the Conan O'Brien show when it was on TBS.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And,
as a writer?
He's one of the writers.
That makes sense.
And then he occasionally would come out and do like skits and bits with Conan.
Yeah, that makes sense.
They did a bit where Dion Cole invited Conan O'Brien to sort of like this not cafe, but like, like kind of like a breakfast, like restaurant type place in a quote unquote rough part of the neighborhood. And so when Conan O'Brien showed up, Dion's laughing. He's like, man, I didn't think you'd show up.
That's kind of cool, actually.
Yeah. And, but yeah, no, Dion's hilarious. His stand-up is great. But my first, experience of Dion was just watching him on Conan. And he was actually a little bit heavier too, kind of like Tracy Morgan. And then, and then he started losing the weight and started doing like the TV roles. He's on the sitcom Blackish, which I hope to watch one of these days. He dressed up as, did you ever see the movie, Bruce Leroy? What's his name?
Fists of Fury.
No, it's like the dragon. Like it's like basically like not a spoof on Bruce Lee, but like an homage to Bruce Lee, but it's black actors. Okay. And there's a character called Shonuff, and what's his name? Dion Cole dressed as the character from that movie.
Okay.
And it's just great, and he almost looks exactly like the actor, kind of like when he was dressed up.
Yeah,
it was cool. It was pretty cool.
All right, man, I gotta get going. We did a good time. We haven't figured out anything. What are we doing next?
Didn't we say Fletch?
Oh yeah, we're gonna do Confess Fletch.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna work next week to write a list of like what I have, and then get it to you, and then The Last Dragon. There you go. He got it.
I don't worry about that. That sounds like it's more fun for me to ask, and you just go, I'm feeling like this. If you give me a big long list, Mimi will put it in a spreadsheet and collate it. And it's more fun to go, what are you feeling like?
Okay.
All right. So Confess Fletch. I've read every one of those Fletch books a lot. I'm very up on the Fletch. I actually have opinions on what's the guy who played Perry White in Superman. The James Gunn one that was just out. It's
Winfred I know you're talking about. I know you're talking about
Winfred T. Whatever. He's playing the cop in that's kind of after him, and in the books he plays Inspector Flynn, of the
No,
Boston.
no, I'm sorry. I think you have that mixed up with the other. There's a black comedian who he was on the Daily Show.
Roy
Wood Jr.
That Roy Wood Jr. is in Confess Fletch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Never mind. Different
Yeah.
guy. Different guy.
But the other actor is fantastic. He's in I think is it Apple Plus also?
That's probably why I confused them. Like those two guys could
Tom
not.
Clancy, what's his name? Jack Ryan. He's in the Jack Ryan series.
Right. He plays James Earl Jones.
Yeah.
Yes, that guy. That guy's awesome because he just does stuff like, here's 15 houses in New Orleans.
Yeah.
And I'm selling it for below market rate to people who need it. And then developers come in and he's like, no, not you. Some old lady.
No, he's a good guy, man.
He's awesome. I love that guy.
Yeah. He's actually really funny too. He was in the Michael J. Fox sitcom, and then he was also in the last Matthew Perry sitcom, the Odd Couple. He was in that as well. Great character actor, great comedic timing. He could do both comedy and drama, and he's fantastic. Like, first movie I ever saw him in was Hackers with Angelina Jolie.
All right. Well, I got to get going anyway.
Yeah.
Another 2 minutes of that guy's Internet Movie Database. All right. Confess Fletch. That'll be fun. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Thanks, Randall. That was a blast.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
Always have fun. Thanks, Phil and Tony and Chris Sagasag. I think that's everybody who said something.
What took me so long to watch Excalibur?
Yeah, nobody knows. What took you so long?
Yeah.
All right. See you next Tuesday.
Yeah.